Tonight, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. Leading him out is their 6'3" quarterback, the third overall selection in 2018, Sam Darnold.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Back to throw, Darnold. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Odafe Owe has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Darnold from the gun. He's got Anderson right side. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game?
Darnold, he lost the football. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. The kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here's Smith to return it.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
And, Charles, for this defense, you know, they're a confident bunch. And some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight.
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, you know they're relying on that confidence. You and I both were sort of surprised at his weekly press conference when he was asked about this being a trap game. And he's almost boasting that he didn't see anything to worry about. That surprised both of us in a big way because we know that can be a dangerous tactic because I can guarantee you the guys on the other side, they heard that, and they're looking for anything to galvanize them. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Fourth down, and on is Ty Long to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return.
Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Jackson now. Finding some room at midfield. And down right around the 37.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. On is the punter long here as he sends this one away. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the...
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Tucker now out to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And able to get this out to the 25. The Carolina offense about ready to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up in McCaffrey. And this is going to be a Panthers 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
from the 41. Darnold. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
There's Trimble, the tight end. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. Edwards a first down and more. And down to the 27-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
56, the mark, 56, check 56.
Jackson on first down. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Looks like they went for the combo plate there. A nice ample gain on the ground on the previous play. Going for the big shot on that one unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Making the catch. This is the tight end, Oliver. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Josh Oliver, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Smith to return it. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. CD, that's the 2nd time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Tried for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Now Tucker to add the PAT.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Smith to return it. And he returns this to the 22. Sam Darnold and the Carolina offense set to take over here. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to...
The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it, and the Ravens have got it. And that one quickly went from a big play for the offense, I thought he may go the distance, to a big play for the defense.
And how about the emotions for the defense on that play? It broke big. It was going to be an absolute disaster for them, and it turns out they end up with the football. I don't know that they're exactly celebrating. Definitely plenty of relief, though.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Henry Ruggs hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, I'll say one thing, Charles. You're getting really good practice here in breaking down touchdowns. What did you see there?
Well, the same thing I've seen over and over and over in this first half. My scintillating analysis, Brandon, this offense is absolutely taking no prisoners.
Tucker with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Smith to return it. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense has done a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Meanwhile, Darnold's throw is caught here by Anderson.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Darnold into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Jackson.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. Strong running at the 30. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On the counter, it's Edwards. And he'll go down at the 28.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
2nd and 10.
Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Throwing is Jackson.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Devin Duvernay.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Ravens have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the route is on here in this 1st half. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Smith to return it. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Out comes the Ravens defense now as they get ready for the next possession. And they have forced now 4 turnovers, Mr. Davis. How have they been so effective?
It's hard to get a read on them if you're on offense because they're coming from different angles, different formations, different looks. But bottom line is, if I'm the defensive coordinator, anything on my play sheet appears to be working right now. You point it out all the time when we call games. Once they get that first one, it becomes a frenzy, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's snowballed here in this one. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That caught by Trimble.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. A 1st down throw, Darnold. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the 1st half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Here's Smith to return it.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
On the return, Devin Duvernay. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And he's got some space here. Oh, look at the juke. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
87 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Jackson. That's caught left side by the tight end Boyle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens continue to pour it on.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Smith to return it. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down, McCaffrey. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Huntington's run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A handoff left, McCaffrey. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Third down, here's McCaffrey.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They go play action with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. 20. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll run here with Edwards. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was polished off by the Gus Edwards touchdown run.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Smith to return it.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Derek Brown gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Now Darnold. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Taken right around the 44. Nifty move. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Lamar Jackson heading back out as we check out our player spotlight. And he's been magnificent as we start to roll on all these touchdown passes he's had so far. It's been fun to watch.
It's been almost poetic, hasn't it? Captain, my captain. And this captain is playing so well and leading his team. As you mentioned, the great number of touchdown passes. He's looking really, really sharp.
Now maybe he just wants to add to that total, right?
And why not? More the merrier.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out.
Touchdown! Josh Oliver with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Ravens are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Smith to return it.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Possession of the football goes over to Carolina. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. The coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. On first down, Darnold. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. From the 24, Darnold. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. That right there is kind of a summary for how this day has gone for the offense. No points still, and that time points in the other direction.
Not much more to say to that, is there? Struggle all the way through. Have to find a way to try and get some points, so you're a little bit desperate. Instead, the points go the other way.
Tucker now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here's Smith to return it.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Darnold.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10.
Darnold now to throw. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Smith to return it. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Panthers about ready to take over. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. But it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Justin Matabike there to bring him down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This time it's 3rd and 3. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A 41-yard punt there with no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field, and it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Smith to return it. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Panthers now set to take over offensively. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Darnold on first down. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 2nd and 2. To throw is Darnold. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Darnold. And now here is another interception. Anthony Averett picks it. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Smith to return it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Here's 2nd and 10. Draw play. Darnold giving to McCaffrey. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Throwing again on second down. Darnold. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements. They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Oh, the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on.
Don't do us like that.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity from where we... It's actually frustration, not a good play.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now first and goal.
56.
They run the counter. It's Edwards, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. From the 2 now, second and goal.
Ricky, save.
They'll look to run with Edwards, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Tucker now to add the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for...
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold, they'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. One last throw now for Darnold. That'll be caught by Anderson. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Ravens, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, things aren't looking good. It'll be an 0-5 start. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.